Hello there everybody, it's Butter92 again, I'm here. Welcome to Umineko. I was not expecting this sort of aspect ratio, that's pretty big. Okay, so before I actually get started in this game, not only did it take a long time to download, okay, so there seems to be a bit of confusion, and I'll admit this is a large amount of confusion on my part. It seems that some people thought that I was actually getting, the actual Japanese game from, some sort of, I don't know, some website or something like that. But I got this from Steam, when it was released on Steam. So apparently this patch that somebody mentioned, a couple of people have mentioned, is for the other releases. So apparently the same, I think, I don't know who said it. I can't remember if the details are right or not, but I think they said that the same people, the people Witch Hunt, I believe, we're working on a patch to update certain things, but it's still in development, and they advised not to use it if they're doing a serious playthrough or anything like that. So I don't know how long that patch is going to take to make, but I really wanted to get started on this, and if I have to end up basically tearing my throat up doing various so one of you guys mentioned there's over 18 characters in this, and good lord, that's a lot of voices. But I can try something. But until then, we're going to have to go with what the Steam release did. So, got my water on my side. And let us begin. Umineko, select language. Obviously English, because I can't read a lick of Japanese. Whoa. 7th expansion. The Witch Hunt. Manga Gamer. Hey, The Witch Hunt. Oh, this is interesting. 7th expansion website, Japanese only. Oh. Controls? Oh! Interesting. Left click to go back to the main menu. Okay. Toggle the volume. Okay. Whoops. Oh, that's what it does. It literally just either mutes it and stuff like that. Okay. Auto mode, if enabled for game. Toggle fast forward, control super fast forward. Oh, that's interesting. Why would I need this fast forwarded though? Okay, slow, normal, fast. Well, let's see how this looks. Anyway. Well, everybody, let us begin. Umineko. Welcome to Rokkenjima. Rokkenjima? Am I pronouncing that right? I'm probably not. Begin a new game. Suspended games can also be resumed from here. Okay. Oh, that's right. No wonder this thing took so long. Apparently it has all 4 episodes. So this is going to be a long Let's Play. Awesome. Okay. Welcome to Rokkenjima. The Golden Witch extends her heartfelt greetings. Please take it easy and relax for the time being. There's no need to think overly hard about any of this. Quietly accept all that is about to happen. That is all that's being asked of you. The difficulty level is standard. We might as well at least start by taking the easy road. Great. Episode 1, Legend of the Golden Witch. Alright, let's get started on Episode 1. Ooh, I've been waiting for this, I can't wait. Whoa! What the hell? Okay. New function, Tips mode. In the middle of the game, at any time, a right click with the mouse will open up the Tips mode. Here, besides the save and load functions, you can view character profiles and more. Additional information will be added as you progress through the story. Probably a good idea to take a peek here every once in a while. That's interesting. Ushiromiya Battler. Well, don't you look snazzy? The story is very obviously fictional and fantastic in nature. Any resemblance to existing individuals, organizations, locations... I can read it! Great. Oh, hello there, old man.
Again. So you still haven't overcome your love of alcohol.
Oh, whoops. Never mind. The old physician let out a sigh as he removed the stethoscope. 2 elderly men could be seen in the dimly lit study, which was filled with dust and a sickly sweet stench. In the corner of this room, which was much larger than what most people would call a study, was an expensive-looking bed. a man undergoing a medical examination, and the physician conducting it. There were also what appeared to be a servant watching over the whole scene. Whoa! Hello there!
The bottle is my friend. It is no less of a friend than you, and it has stood by my side even longer than you have.
As the man bearing his chest for the stethoscope rearranged his clothes, he spoke unapologetically.
Kinzo-san, your body only appears to be well thanks to the effects of the medicine. However, if you continue to drink such strong spirits, the treatment will become meaningless. Trust my judgment. Refrain from drinking. I thank you, though only for the sentiment, my friend. Genji, another glass. Water it down slightly. That way Nanjo can save face.
Are you quite sure? Aren't you interested looking? After eyeing both the master, who demanded the alcohol, and the family doctor, who forbade it, Genji, the old butler, silently gave a slight nod and carried out his master's orders faithfully. The family doctor, Nanjo, let out a deep sigh once again as he watched the butler busy himself alongside the liquor cabinet. There was a smell filling up the room. This sweet, poisonous aroma felt as though it melted the heart, if not the soul itself. It was the smell of that venomous green drink that the man couldn't bear to part with. So you're an alcoholic?
Nanjo, you are my close friend, and we have known each other for quite a long time. I am deeply grateful for all that you have done to keep me alive this long. I have done nothing. After all, you never listened to my advice as your physician. And you never listened when I warned you about a mistaken chess move you're about to make. It seems only fair, does it not? Master, thank you. I wouldn't die if I ran out of your medicine, but I would if I ran out of this.
Disregarding Nanjo, who had his face set in a resigned expression, Kinzo took the glass that Genji was holding out to him. Very few people would associate that venomous color with an alcoholic beverage.
Nanjo, be honest with me. How much time do I have left? Well now, how short must I make it to convince you to set the bottle aside?
Nanjo once again let out a sigh of resignation. Then he finally spoke to Kinzo as the latter swirled his glass.
You don't have long. What precisely do you mean by that? Let us illustrate it with the chess game here. You have very nearly achieved the checkmate, but you have not yet cornered my king.
Nanjo's gaze was directed at a side table with a massive chess set placed on top of it. Judging by the positioning of the pieces, the game seemed to be entering its final stage. Black's rook and bishop were cutting deeply into enemy lines. White's king had already been castled in corners so that even an amateur could see that the match would reach its conclusion before too long. Every time Nanjo came to give a medical examination, both of them would make a few moves. Nanjo was hinting that Kinzo would most likely fall into his eternal sleep before this game could be concluded. These were less the words of a physician than they were the words of an old friend.
Were you a normal patient, I would recommend that you write a will at this point. And what is a will, Nanjo? Handwritten instructions to the vultures on how to devour and scatter my corpse? Not at all. As the word suggests, it is a way for you to record your will for later generations. It is far more than just a means to divide up your inheritance. Huh! And apart from the division of the inheritance, what might I write of? You might write of your regrets, or matters you have left unfinished. Things you want to pass down to others, or merely matters you wish to communicate. Anything you want. Things I want to pass down to others, or matters I wish to communicate. Ridiculous. I, Ushiromiya Kinzo, have not one thing I want to tell or leave behind. I was born with nothing. I will die with nothing. There is nothing I wish to leave to my foolish children. Even if the end were to come today, even if it were to come right now, I would accept that fate of death without a trace of fear. I created everything. My fortune, my prestige, everything. Those were built up by me, and they will not be lost along with me. There is nothing I wish to leave behind. Nothing. After I'm gone, I care not if it all goes to waste. I desire no tomb, no coffin. Those were the terms of the contract I made with the witch. When I die, everything will be lost. That has been part of the promise since the beginning, and that's why nothing will be left behind. There is nothing I can leave behind.
After reaching a furious crescendo, Kinzo suddenly slumped over. His expression was limp and feeble, as though an evil spirit had possessed him, and then left.
However, I do have one regret. I have nothing to leave behind, but there is one thing I cannot leave undone. You would do well to write it down. Of course, it would be best if you could finish it before your time comes. However, even if the worst happens, those who come after you will carry it to completion. You must leave behind your regrets so that they can be resolved even if you are unable to do so yourself. That is the purpose of a will.
When Nanjo tried to gently pat Kinzo's shoulder, the dying man flew into a sudden rage and batted away Nanjo's hand.
It's useless, useless, useless! It must be done while I still live! At the moment of my death, my soul will be devoured by the demons of the contract and wiped out of existence. For me, there will be no peace or another world after death. That's why everything must be completed before I go. That's why a will has no meaning for me. And even if I had the chance to write such a thing, if I did have such a chance, I'd want to see it. I want to see it one more time. I want to see Beatrice's smiling face one last time. Oh, Beatrice, why have you resisted me for so long? I'll return everything you have given me. I am prepared to lose everything. So please, show me your smile just one more time. Beatrice, I beg of you.
Who's Beatrice?
You must be able to hear my plea. That's the kind of woman you are. I beg of you, show yourself to me. You're here, aren't you? You're standing there, invisible, listening to every word I say. And even now you're mocking me from somewhere in this room, aren't you? Please, appear before me once more and smile. Feel free to scold me, even snatch away my life by your own hands if you so desire. I don't want to die alone like this. I cannot let myself die until I've seen your smile just one more time. Beatrice, Beatrice, I offer up this life of mine. I offer it up to you. I'm begging you, Beatrice!
Beatrice. Okay, I can kind of see why people were wanting the patch that replaces with better sprites, because that looked like it was the old opening when this thing first probably came out. The first day, October 4th, 1986. So I think if I can get away with it, I'll probably edit in the updated opening. If I can find it and find some way to get it on there. I'll probably edit that in. You know. Whoa! Things sure move with the times. I can't believe we'll be able to make the trip in just 20 minutes. I couldn't help but scratch my head and marvel at how far things have come in recent years. We used to go by boat. Back then, we were all forced to endure nearly half a day of swaying back and forth over the sea before we reached Nijima. Things have gotten so much more convenient these days. Still, I've never been on a plane this small. I've flown in a huge jumbo jet before, but this will be my first experience in such a tiny one. It's gonna shake, isn't it? They say smaller boats shake more than big ones, so I guess the same rule probably applies to planes. Just spare me. Whoa, hi there! Oh wait, I need to give you a good voice. Don't worry, Baklo-kun. It shakes much less than that boat did. Yeah, is that you, George Aniki? Holy shit, is that me? I finally have a portrait? About fucking time! Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give, like, this guy, the blue-haired dude, I'm gonna probably give him the, coach slash Byakuya voice. I'm not sure what I'm gonna give him. Don't scare me like that. You just shaved 3 years off my life. Anyway, what's shaking got to do with anything? You don't think I'm actually scared of the plane shaking or maybe falling out of the sky or something, right? Oh, of course not. My mistake. I see you've changed a lot since we last saw you. After all, it's been 6 years since then. You're not a kid anymore. Yeesh, and here you are, old enough to smoke and drink. I've got no interest in smoking, but I've always wanted to try some booze. Well, if you've got your dad's genes, I bet you can hold your own when it comes to drinking, right? Well, I usually drink for business rather than pleasure. It's pretty hard to do business in Japan without it. That's exactly right. That's why I never miss a chance to get in some practice. That's no good, Batla-kun. You're still a minor. Don't you know alcohol can stunt the growth of... never mind. Stunt the growth of what, your brain? Come on, I'm tall enough already. In fact, it'd be easier to find clothes if I shrunk a little. I puffed my chest out proudly. Until I hit my growth spurt, my height was below average in my class. But then, I grew, and before I knew it, I'd passed 180 centimeters, 5 foot 11 inches. That's not that much. I mean, hell, I'm 6'3", or 6'4". I need to check my height again. I guess I have all that muscle training and those shady mail order performance enhancement drugs to thank for that. What the hell? Did you fucking admitting that? Okay. Before then, I never even dreamed that I'd shoot 10 centimeters above George Aniki, who'd reached his peak height early on. Damn. I bet my relatives all say, "Look how big you've grown, Battle-chan," or something. It's also embarrassing. I wish they'd just give me a break. Anyway, my name, Battler. It's pretty damn weird, don't you think? Yeah. I've gotta wonder what my parents were thinking when they named me that. I've never met anyone who could read it right the first time. I usually get called Sentoku. Sorry, but that's not even close. My name is written... I can't read that. Can you read it? No! The first part is my family name, Ushiromiya. That's a fairly plausible Japanese pronunciation so far. The problem is my given name. It is made up of the characters for fight in person, and is pronounced Battler. And I'm pronouncing it Battler because Battler, I don't know. Put it all together and you've got Ushiromiya Battler. Am I pronouncing it wrong? If I'm pronouncing it wrong, please tell me. Pretty crazy, right? It's crazy enough that my parents decided to call me that. But it's even more crazy that some government worker let them make it official. Both groups are at the top of my must-kill list. Anyway, this is one of my cousins. His name is pronounced Ushiromiya George. He's 5 years older than me, so he must be turning 23 this year. Since the Ushiramiya cousins consider 2 boys and 2 girls, I ended up playing with George all the time. And because I've always thought of him as a big brother, I still call him Aniki today. Oh, holy shit, hello there.
Whoa, Battler-kun, look how big you've gotten. You know what they say, leave a boy for 3 days and you'll hardly recognize him.
Oh, hi, who the hell are you? You look really, your eyes look tired. Or are you just old? Also, why the... fuck it, I'm not even gonna point that out.
It must be in his blood. Rudolph wasn't all tall either until his high school years. Perhaps people end up taller if their growth spurt comes late.
That's nothing special. A real man needs to be tough on the inside, too.
Exactly. Battler-kun here knows how it works. Real men win or lose based on what they've got on the inside. Can't ever forget to keep up your training and discipline. You gotta do that, wait very alertly for the perfect moment and strike. Now, I never even imagined that I'd become the company president I am today, master of my own domain. Yep, to think I've come this far after starting out penniless and ruined.
This stout, plump old guy is George Aniki's dad, Uncle Hideyoshi. He's the husband of Dad's older sister. In other words, we're not blood related. He's nice to children, sociable all the time, and even quick to give out some spending money to us kids. Simply put, he's an awesome uncle. He sounds awesome. He speaks in an odd and very noticeable Kansai dialect, but he's a naturally born Kanto man. Apparently, impressions are everything in the business world, so speaking in a different style than other people is an act that makes him stick out more. However, I hear he gets embarrassed when talking with an earshot of a real Kansai person, so he switches back to standard Japanese. I don't really get it, but he's definitely an interesting person.
If only you weren't so quick to brag about your life story. That's enough for now, I think. I'm sure Battler's getting tired of it. Aren't you?
Nope, not at all. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty cool for a man to have some stories he can brag about. I don't have anything like that at all.
Oh, really? I'd imagine a man with your looks would leave girls crying left and right. I can't believe you have nothing at all to brag about.
What? You're joking, right? Of course nothing weird like that's ever happened to me. Heck, I wish it would.
Come on, you aren't fooling anyone. You must tell your aunt all about it later. After all, nothing of the sort ever happens to George.
This is George Aniki's mother, Aunt Eva. She's my dad's older sister. She and Uncle Hideyoshi are a pair of jokers, and they've always teased me, back as far as I can remember. This sometimes made them a bit hard to get along with when I was small. Well, I guess the events of the last 30 seconds prove that they can still be hard to get along with. Even so, George Aniki's family is interesting and fun, and they seem to get along just fine. Sheesh, that's pretty much the total opposite of my family. Oh, bazongas, Jesus Christ!
Battler-kun, have you seen Rudolph-san?
Huh? He headed off to the bathroom a while ago. Is he not back yet? Maybe the poor geezer dropped dead.
There's no way to talk about your own father. Still, this isn't the first time he's taken so long in the bathroom.
Yeah, the guy's always been that way. Does he really have to take a magazine with him every time he needs to take a dump? And what on earth is he doing in with these particular magazines?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that at all. Since we've been together, I haven't had him do that on his own.
Oh, I'll have to get the juicy details later. What the fuck? Fuck. Okay. Sounds like Dad's got his balls in an iron grip.
You know exactly what would happen with that man if I didn't keep a tight grip, you know. Don't you?
Oh, whoops, fuck. Okay, I'm loving this. I'm gonna hate it later, and then later on I know I'm gonna hate it, but fuck, I'm loving this. No kidding. You're the only one capable of reining in that old bastard. As his son, I'm more than happy to let you take over.
Yes, leave it all to me. After all, that's my specialty.
This woman is my father's wife. her name is Ushiramiya Kirai. As you can probably tell from our conversation, she's not my real mother. She's basically my stepmother. My real mom died 6 years ago, and Kirei-san is the woman Dad married afterwards. It's understandable for someone my age. I could never bring myself to call his new wife Mom. And I doubt she feels like using the word son on this massive kid who's no relation to her at all. We aren't little kids. We know there's nothing to be gained by fighting. So we decided that we wouldn't force ourselves to pretend that we were family. I've decided to act a bit more frank with her, acting as though she's a friendly neighbor instead. It's much easier if we just keep a little distance, instead of forcing ourselves to act all close and making each other uncomfortable. Kiri-san has always been very open about all this, and thanks to that we've been able to get along pretty well. I guess that's one way of doing it. Then, just when we were bad-mouthing Dad about being in the bathroom, the man himself came back, wiping his hands with a handkerchief. Oh, hello there! Jesus, there are so many characters being introduced, good lord. You guys weren't joking. I hope that patch comes out a lot quicker. Battler. Hey, what's up, Dad? What the... Ow, 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 ow! Don't pinch my ear! Ugh.
So you've been talking trash about me with Mom again, haven't you? What makes it so hard to show a little respect to your father, Ow,
ow, ow, ow, ow! Damn it, that hurts! You can stretch my ear all you want, but I'm not gonna be able to fly. That hurts!
Come on now.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. Are you gonna do the Konami code on his freaking ear?
Now say, Father, please forgive me for being so rude.
Like hell I will. Go find yourself some members-only store if you want it that much. Yeah, let go! This old bastard is my dad. I think I'm pretty tall myself, but Dad's just about as tall as I am. It's no surprise Aunt Ava started talking about Dad's blood when she saw my height. By the way, my height isn't the only thing I got from him. It seems having weird names runs in the family. Dad's full name is written... You can't read it, can you? No, I can't. Come on, it's just... Anyway, this guy's name is pronounced Rudolph. He must take grandfather for giving him that name. Still, that's no reason to pass that weird naming tradition on to me. As the old bastard twisted my ear all over the place, Aunt Ava snuck up behind him and grabbed his ear.
Hey, Rudolph, you should know better than to physically abuse your son.
That hurts, Aniki. This scene perfectly illustrated the relationship between the prankster younger brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size.
I think that's good enough for now, Eva-Nisan. I'll make sure to stretch out his other ear later on. Oh, my apologies. I must leave some pulling for you to do, Kiri-san. Rudolph, make sure Kiri-san gives you lots and lots of punishment later on, okay?
You're one to talk, Aniki. Abusing your little brother like that? Hideyoshi Nisan, I'd like to thank you very much for picking her up. If you hadn't been so generous, she'd still be unsold in the store. You have my gratitude and apologies.
What? Who are you calling unsold?
After taking 3 steps back, Aunt Ava unleashed one of her beautiful high reverse roundhouse kicks, which stopped just a centimeter away from the tip of Dad's nose. Jesus! After starting out with Tai Chi Chuan for her figure, Aunt Ava then developed an interest in the Chinese martial arts. After that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and what is it she's learning now again? Well, anyway, they say a woman's weapons are in her lower body, and that's literally true for Ava.
Rudolph, did you know that a single direct blow to the side of the head like that would knock you unconscious? Not so long ago, I accidentally connected in a practice match, and my opponent was out cold.
Sheesh, what a pain. I'm so sorry she can't help walking like a freak.
Dad, completely unfazed, shrugged and smiled ironically at Uncle Hideyoshi.
Never had a brother or sister myself. So when I see you two bickering with each other, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It sure is nice to have a big family.
Oh, then why not consider making a little brother for George-kun? He's already a fine adult who's about to go off on his own, so it might be a good time to have another child.
Hey, have a little sympathy for the new kid, and all the new pain and suffering he'd have to live through. I'm surprised even George-kun turned out as well as he did after being born from this sinister sister of mine. And what an awesome kid he is! Please share some of that with your blockhead of a son someday, will ya?
Oh, whoops, hour.
That's not at all how it happened. It's thanks to Eva Nissan's proper rearing that George-kun became the kind, gentle kid he is now. Isn't that right, Nissan?
Oh, come now.
You think so? Our George still has a long way to go. Ah, by the way, how's your little Angie-chan doing? I heard she was vomiting?
Oh, that's right. And I was hoping to finally see her face after such a long time. Is she okay?
She often catches a cold when the seasons change. She's very frail. I did want to bring her along, but we decided to have my family look after her this time. I think that's a wise move. She'll heal a lot better if she stays away from that venomous head family household. A child's health is always more important than an adult's convenience, don't you think?
I know of some great medicine for vomit and colds like that. When we get back home, I'll send some to you right away, so please let her try some.
Thank you very much, Hideyoshi Nissan. I'm always in your debt.
And once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we kids didn't have any chance of butting in. For now, I'm just happy Aunt Ava gave Dad his just desserts for tugging on my ear. Are we still waiting for the weather report? George Aniki pointed at the counter. The checking weather sign was still stuck next to the department times for the flight we were scheduled to board. According to Aniki, smaller planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the weather. And it's not at all uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that. Wait a sec. We are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? From down here on the ground, it just looks cloudy, not windy. Well, I guess it's different up where the planes fly.
The weather's a bit uncertain today.
Aunt Ava looked at a TV in the lounge. Fuck. The weather forecast was being broadcasted, informing us that a typhoon was approaching the Kanto region. A typhoon again? Guess there's no help in it, with the annual family conference being held in October. Couldn't you have chosen a better season?
I agree. I've always hoped we could have it sometime around the Oban Festival in mid-August. In that case, why don't you just suggest that to Father and Nissan during the conference?
Very funny. Why don't you do it yourself? Our brother would never listen to anything I suggested.
No way. It doesn't really bother me that much to have it in October. I was just saying you might want to propose it, since you said you hate typhoons so much.
I only said that typhoons always come around this time of year. You're the one who said you wanted to move it to the Oban Festival, right?
Well, you said it too last year. Didn't you say that it would be easier to fit into your schedule if we had it during the Oban Festival?
I never said anything like that.
Oh, yes, you did. I certainly wouldn't forget something like that.
No, I didn't. You're the one saying that all the time.
Didn't you know? Stopping a kick just a hair's breadth away from impact is a very high-level technique.
Sheesh, women your age shouldn't spread their legs like that. Dad and Aunt Ava's argument looked no different than a couple of brats quarreling. Jesus Christ, those guys are very close siblings. Even though they usually behave like normal parents, they turn right back into kids again when they meet their siblings at these family conferences. You're the one who looks like a real adult, analyzing it all calmly. I hope I never turn out like that old bastard. I'd rather much end up as an intellectual adult like you, Aniki. Like me. Oh, I still have a long way to go. I still have very little experience out there in the real world, and I need to work on becoming more confident and sociable. I think you've far surpassed me on all of those counts, Batloku. I'm sure you'll outstrip me fast enough when you become an adult. George Aniki scratched his head and laughed, as though trying to hide his embarrassment. Of course, he was just being humble. Aniki entered a university and became an apprentice at Uncle Hideyoshi's company at the same time, studying both academics and how to become a business emperor in parallel. Then, right after graduating, he got into Uncle Hideyoshi's company as his father's aide, piling up a lot of real-life experience as he devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on his own and build up his own kingdom. Aniki is a real paragon of a man, sparing no effort as he strives toward his goal. It's no exaggeration to say that I really respect him. And then there's me. I'm nothing at all like Aniki. I'm living my happy-go-lucky, idle high school life to the max. I've got no dreams for the future. I'd like to just sit back, stay cool, and let the money flow in. But of course that could never happen. When Aniki was my age, he had already formed an impressive objective and had started devoting himself towards studying for that goal, so I guess I can't compare at all. My dad just says,
Sure, you can study at my company if you like cleaning toilets.
damn it, I'm not going to be in the debt of that old bastard. I'll find my way myself. If only willpower was all it took to become an adult. Should I go on one of those self-searching journeys that are all of the rage these days? Well, it's not like I could mooch off my parents for that kind of money. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come late. Another character.
Oh! If it isn't Rosa-san! Maria-chan, long time no see!
Oh my god, you are a tiny, adorable little demon-looking girl.
Long time no see.
Hello!
Maria, shouldn't that be it's good to see you again? Greet your uncle properly.
It's good to see you again.
There you go! Well said! How about some candy as a reward? Oh! Huh? Where'd I put it?
Rosa-san, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Maria-chan. It's been too long, Kires-ni-san, Hideyoshi-ni-san. And... oh my, Battler-kun? Look how big you've gotten.
Come on. It's embarrassing hearing that from every person I meet. Hey Rosa, you're late. If the plane was on time, you'd barely have made it.
I'm sorry. We had some trouble making our train connection. So, are we waiting on the weather again? Oh, don't complain. I much prefer the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing about on a boat. Even if we're kept waiting here for an hour, it's still much faster overall.
Maria-chan's gotten huge too! So, how tall are you now?
So, how tall am I now?
Maria-chan parroted Uncle Hideyoshi's question, looking up at her mother. I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height must have changed every month. Give it a few more years, and she'll suddenly start looking feminine.
Just how tall were you last time you got measured? You keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? Right? I think she's grown a lot since last year. Let's see, she turned 9 years old this year, didn't she?
9 years old.
That's right, you're 9 years old now. Glad to see you're doing well too, Maria-chan. Up you go. I guess you've gotten a bit too heavy to play airplane with. George Aniki, what a rude thing to say to a lady. Here, I'll do it. Up you go. When I went to lift her up in Aniki's place, Maria stiffened defensively, staring suspiciously at my face. Ah, that's right. The last time I met Maria, it was 6 years ago, and she was only 3 years old. Of course she doesn't remember my face.
Maria-chan, don't you remember? It's Battler-kun. You used to play together, remember?
No surprise, I guess. The last time she met Battler, she was only 3. You don't keep memories at that age. She must know everyone's faces apart from mine, because she meets with them every year. But I haven't had contact with the Ushinomiya family for about 6 years now. So it's no surprise that this 9-year-old girl doesn't have any memories of me. Even I can only just barely remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby.
Maria, this is Battler Oni-chan. Rudolph Nissan's brother. Son.
Fuck.
I don't know why I said brother, god damn it.
I can't read. I'm a disgrace. Kill me.
Understand?
The brother's son is... The brother is the son.
That ooh sound was probably her brain going into overload, that complicated explanation. I guess the phrasing of that was a bit confusing. Ni or Oni, the title you'd use to refer to an actual older brother, can also be a friendly honorific for a boy who's only a bit older than you. Wait, really? It's just like Ni or Oni, the word for big sister. Maria-chan, this is Battler-kun. He's your cousin, like me.
Like George Oni-chan? Battler? Cousin?
That's right. You got it. This part of Anaki is what makes me really look up to him. For someone who isn't married, he's just great at dealing with kids. I'm sure he'll be an indulgent father in the future.
Battler Oni-chan.
Maria looked straight at me with a questioning expression, as though asking whether it was okay to call me that. Yep, that's me, Battler. Nice to meet you, Maria.
Battler.
Maria! You mustn't talk to him like that. Call him Battler Oni-chan. That's alright, Aunt Rosa. I don't sweat the small stuff. Hey, Maria. We're close enough that we don't need honorifics, right?
Battler.
Okay, she's cute. That's right, Maria. God damn it, Maria. Why'd I say fucking Maria? We horsed around for a while to make up for the 6-year gap in our friendship. She probably still thinks of me as nothing more than a big new friend, but things will probably work out as we get to know each other again. Jeez, that's actually real. Okay, so he's good with kids too. But I'm surprised. She's just the way I remembered her being 6 years ago. Seems that people just don't change that much after all. I'm a bit happy that she's still the pure, innocent girl I remember. Her name is written, of course, is pronounced Maria. The third character looks like a cross, which is pretty cool. Actually, yeah, I just noticed that the one in the middle. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, the one, the third one. Why did I say the middle? Actually, they kind of both have like that symbol. Her feelings don't usually show up on her face, so it can be difficult to know just what she's thinking. But that's just how she looks on the outside. On the inside, she's just a sweet, normal girl. And then there's Maria's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. You kind of almost look around the same age, to be honest. Rosa is written... Here's a name that's totally not Japanese. Sorry to say it, but her name's almost as ridiculous as Dad's. I've got to respect her for not ending up as screwed up as he is. When I think about it, all the names in my family sound foreign. Just why is grandfather so obsessed with that? Because of him, even we grandchildren have to put up with this weird naming sense. It's even more annoying since grandfather's own name is perfectly normal. Anyway, there's one thing about Aunt Rosa that's a relief compared to the other family members. The old bastard and Aunt Ava have this annoying urge to tease and mock people all the time. But even though she shares their blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. She has the most common sense among all the siblings. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's a kind aunt who will always be on the kids' side. However, possibly because she's more strict as a parent, she's not liberal with handing out spending money like Uncle Hideyoshi. Okay, now we have the entire group of family members who are going to board the plane. At that moment, as though it had waited for us all to arrive, an announcement rang out through the lobby. Our apologies for the delay. Boarding will now commence with full flight 201 to Nijima. We ask that the passengers please form 2 lines in front of the counter, beyond the white line. Rosa, you still haven't gone through boarding procedures, right? Hurry up!
Oh no! Maria, come on!
We had to go through a metal detector before going out on the runway. Our small plane wasn't as massive as an international flight, but it was still a plane. A staff member holding a metal detector checked us all. Once all of us cleared the check, we followed the staff member out onto the runway. Come to think of it, everyone here is the Ushiramiya family. It's like this is a reserved charter flight or something. Our group stopped in front of the entrance to the airplane. Then our guide turned around and spoke, looking down at the passenger list as he did. Boarding will now commence. As I call out the names of the passengers list, please take your seats in order, starting from the front row on the right side and going right to the left and onto the next row. I will now begin reading the passenger list. Ushiramiya Hideyoshi-sama. Oh, I'm first! Right here! By the way, do you have some candy, Ava? I've been looking all over for some, but I can't find any. Ushiramiya Ava-sama.
They're in my handbag. I'll get one once we're inside the plane.
I've heard that candies are a good way to protect your ears from hurting because of variations in atmospheric pressure when landing or taking off. Seriously? That's probably what they're talking about. Hope I can get a window seat. And don't worry, there aren't any other kinds of seats. As George Aniki said, there were apparently only 2 lines of seats. So this is what a small plane is like. We are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? Ushiramiya George-sama. Right here. Don't worry, Battler-kun. It won't shake too much. Ushiramiya Battler-sama. Aniki, what do you mean, not too much? You can just swim if you fall from a boat, but if a plane crashes, you're screwed, right? We all get our own parachutes in our seats, don't we? Wait, we don't? Ushiramiya Rudo-sama.
Come on, Battler, stop standing there slack-jawed and get in.
Ow, Dad! Don't push me! We don't get parachutes! Ushiramiya Kiri-sama. Okay, you two, stop fooling around. Let's move on in. Ow, kitty! Don't push me! This blockhead isn't moving! Ushiramiya Miria-sama.
Let's move on in.
Ushiramiya Rosa-sama.
Maria, be quiet.
This is your pilot, Kawabata. We'd like to thank you for taking New Tokyo Aviation's Flight 201 today. We estimate that the flight to Nijima Airport will take about 20 minutes. We are receiving reports of atmospheric turbulence. There may be some shaking on the aircraft, so we ask that you do not unfasten your seatbelts after takeoff. Aniki, did that guy just say we need to wear seatbelts? In a jumbo jet, they let you undo them after takeoff, right? So it's gonna shake so much we can't take them off? Damn it, you tricked me! It's going to shake after all! Where are the parachutes? I knew I should have taken the boat! That was amusing.
Legend of the Golden Witch.
Okay. Oh. Ushiramiya Battler. Oh, this is like a secondary... Okay. Just kind of reminding me of the names. Ushiramiya George, Ushiramiya Jessica, Ushiramiya Maria. Wait, Jessica. Oh, I'm guessing that's, Rosa. Ushiramiya Kraus? Ushiramiya Natsuhi? Who are these names? Oh, there's Rosa. Okay, so there were a couple names I wasn't familiar with. That's a big family, actually. Nanjo Terumasa, Shannon, Goda Toshiro, Kumasawa Chiro, Kanon Ranoa Genji.
And no name.
Should have taken the boat. The boat.
Fall! Fall! Woohoo!
Maria, that is enough. But what a surprise. I thought there was nothing that could scare Battler-kun.
This guy can't handle vehicles for some reason. Always yells about falling and sinking and stuff. You're a disgrace of a man, you are. Ah, shut up! That thing was seriously shaking way too much. I just got a little stressed since it was my first time on a small plane like that.
You call that a little stressed? Sounds like it'd be fun to take an overseas vacation with you, Battler-kun. Would you like to go to Egypt with your aunt? You'd get to ride a plane for a full 14 hours.
There's a good plan. Battler-kun, you should let Ava Nissan toughen you up some.
Still, it's so hilarious.
No. Everyone's got their own strong and weak points. It's bad to laugh at them.
Dad, you're laughing too. Hey, Maria-chan, you shouldn't laugh anymore.
Shouldn't laugh anymore? Damn it!
Is being scared of planes really such a big deal? Everyone obviously thinks I'm a big oaf now. I think I just dropped my phone by accident. We split up and took separate taxis from the airport to the harbor. From there on, we would be taking a boat to the island.
Oh no, I lost my phone. Fuck.
Whoa, whoops. What the hell just happened here? I didn't hit anything. What the? Oh, that's cool. Didn't know I could do that. So that's what right-clicking does. It actually opens up a menu. Oh. So this is what I was talking about. The son of Rudolph and his first wife, Asum. When his father married his second wife shortly after Asumu's death, Battler rebelled and went to live with his grandparents on his mother's side. However, both of these grandparents passed away, and he has now returned to the Ushida-Miya family after 6 years. At this family conference is a chance for him to renew his friendship with his cousins after a 6-year gap. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna save. Episode 1. Okay. August 13th. Wait, that's actual date. Holy shit. Well, granted, the actual video is gonna be up, you know, a day after, because I'm kind of recording this at a late time. Whoa! Not sure why I did a shattering glass thing. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna do, like, the epic part breaks, but I'll, do this for about a few more minutes, or about... I'm gonna keep these... Okay, I don't know if these have, like, chapter breaks, so I will do this, you know, try to keep it like I did with Higurashi, keep each episode maybe to an hour and 30 minutes, depending on the situation. Okay, we split up and took separate taxis from the airport to the harbor. From there on, we will be taking a boat to the island. The islands are right next to each other, so the distance of the trip wasn't that great. By boat, it was a leisurely 30 minutes to the island. When we reached the pier where the boat to the island was anchored, we saw a figure waving at us. Okay. Whoa, hello, what is with the gigantic bazaar? Why? Ugh. You know, fuck it, this is an anime thing. Why am I surprised?
George, D-san, it's been so frickin' long.
Ah, Jessica-chan, it's been a year since I saw you. That's Jessica? You've gotten taller again, haven't you?
Don't give me that. It's embarrassing when you say it every year.
Hey, Haneki, you've got to be kidding me. Is that really Jessica?
Wait a sec. George, is this big guy Battler?
We both stared at each other. She definitely didn't look like that in my memories, but I do remember her crazy way of talking. Yo, Jessica! What's this now? You're kidding me. You look like a woman now. What are these I don't know why I'm laughing like a juvenile. Fuck. What are these, boobs? Even you managed to get a chest. Let me rub them, let me. What the fuck, bro?
Don't screw around with me. I'm a blushing flower of 18. Of course my hair grew longer and I got these. What, you think I got boobs just to get fondled by you, loser? And speaking of you, sure, you got all ridiculously huge, but did you get a bit stronger too?
Don't screw with me. I'll show you how much training I've done since back then.
You're pissing me off. I'll beat you at your own game.
This headstrong girl's name is Jessica. She was born under the same unlucky star as me, sharing the same kind of weird name. Anyway, is pronounced Jessica. She's Dad's older brother's daughter. That older brother happens to be the oldest son of the Ushida-Miya family. So for now, it means Jessica is the direct family heir. Since Jessica and I are the same age and sometimes have little boy-girl squabbles with each other, we've always been used to fighting and joking around together whenever the relatives gather. Jessica grew more quickly, so she always had me beat in terms of size and physical strength. When we scuffled in a contest of strength, it usually went Jessica's way. So, even though I realized I'd grown bigger, part of my mind was still convinced that I couldn't beat Jessica.
What are you getting all serious for? Ow!
Hey, this is nothing. Jessica, you've gotten weak.
Shut up! I'm a girl, so of course I couldn't beat a guy with physical strength forever, right?
Well, you've got a point there. That's sexist. The meat I put on my arms all went to your chest. It looks like I'd be a pretty even test of strength between my arms and your boobs, don't you think?
I told you, my boobs aren't for you to feel up. Besides, how about you? Did your cute little elephant son get a bit bigger to go with the rest of you?
Stop it, idiot! No, you perv! I'll be ruined for marriage. Don't touch my crotch. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Don't say stuff people are gonna misinterpret.
Okay. Honestly, I was so surprised at how feminine Jessica had become that I had to joke around like an idiot to hide it. Well, considering what a bossy brat she was 6 years ago, anyone would be surprised.
Oh god, I'm yawning.
And I guess she's just as surprised. She probably wasn't expecting to lose to me in a test of strength. After losing that easily, she must be shocked at how much I've grown in the past 6 years. 6 years. Once again, I'm being shown just what a huge gap of time that was.
Crap, total defeat. It's like I'm no match for you anymore.
That's not true. Even Badler-kun must have his weaknesses. Right, Maria-chan?
Fall. Shh, cut it out, Maria. Let's keep that a secret, okay? Fall? The hell are you talking about?
Sorry, but there's no chance you'll see that weakness of mine now. After all, the nightmare plane trip is already over and done with. Only thing left is the nice, quiet splashing of the boat ride. I never thought I'd start loving that piece of junk boat this much.
Huh? George Nissan, is there something wrong with his head?
You'll understand soon. Very soon. At the time, I didn't get what Aniki meant by that big smile. Oh, the boat's gonna be bumpy, isn't it?
Right over here. Oh.
God damn it, I'm doing a terrible female voice. Jesus Christ.
Battler-san, how big you've grown.
Who's it this time? It's an old lady with an apron. Oh yeah, that takes me back. I remember now. You remember her, right? It's Kumasawa-san, the servant. I can never forget you, Kumasawa-bachan. After all, you haven't aged a bit in these past 6 years. If anything, I'd say you're looking younger than ever.
Oh, lately my skin's been getting quite smooth and silky. And look, hasn't my chest gotten bigger as well? How'd you like a little feel?
What the fuck? You're kidding, right? My breast fondling is strictly limited to bouncy girls.
Oh, that was quite bouncy in my youth.
What is this discussion about boobs? Jesus Christ!
Don't be shy, fondle you to your huskins.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Give me a break. It's girls I'm looking for, not grannies. The jokes I'd cracked about Jessica were being turned against me. Come to think of it, Kumasawa has always been the type to tease people. Kumasawa-san, stop that now. People with one foot in the coffin shouldn't jump around.
To sport with the young is the most rejuvenating medicine. It's rare for you to come pick us up, Kumasawa-san. I wonder what's gotten into you. Usually your lumbago kicks in whenever someone gives you a job to do. Oh, Iba-sama, you're as harsh as ever. I found myself with some urgent purchases to make, and while I was at it, I thought I would come welcome you all. Although, it does give a bad impression if the one waiting to...
I can't do the voice, Jesus!
Waiting to greet you as a decrepit old woman.
Aunt Ava spoke sarcastically, but Kumasawa-bachan's years of experience were nothing to sneeze at. She was more than capable of smoothly and coolly deflecting that comment. Well, it feels bad to say it, but old Kumasawa-bachan may be past her prime as a servant. She might act as though she's in good health, but between the headaches and her lumbago, her body is wearing out. To tell you the truth, the very fact that she's still working is impressive. How old is she this year again? She must be pushing 80 at least. It's incredible that she's still able to act so cheerily.
You just seem to get more and more lively. Oh, that's right, here you are. It's the tea I told you about before. Look, I bought you some. Please do try it later on.
Aunt Rosa took a souvenir bag out of her suitcase. To think that she remembered a promise that she'd apparently made last year and faithfully bought it. This sort of thoughtfulness was just like Aunt Rosa. She wasn't the kind of person who would forget or break a promise. Kumasawa Ba-chan seemed deeply touched. And not only that Aunt Rosa had remembered this year-old promise, but that she would bring a gift to a simple servant like her. This woman is Kumasawa Chiyo-san. She's a senior servant who's been working at the Ushiromiya head family household for many years. As you'd expect from someone her age, manual labor isn't her strong point, but she's a kind of super servant who can handle just about anything else, from kitchen work to cleaning and laundry. It seems like her only flaw is a tendency to slack off. I hear she tries to get away from heavy or troublesome work by playing up her chronic diseases. In Kumasawa Ba-chan's case, this was probably a sign of craftiness rather than laziness. Though it probably doesn't impress those paying her salary. Ah well, even if she's pretty flaky when it comes to work, I could never dislike her. I guess that's probably because of her cheerfulness and her constant smile.
Hey, glad to see you're still in fine spirits. How's your back doing then?
Even with the medicine, it's not gotten one whit better. According to the doctor, nothing can be done for this one. It's what you might call an incurable disease.
Anyway, Jessica-chan just keeps getting prettier. Good thing she takes after Natsuhide-san.
Really? Personally, I don't think we look alike at all. I mean, I don't even want to be like my parents. Because I got zero respect for him.
Now you shouldn't say such things. Though there are quite a few people who don't want to be like their parents in our family.
That's me!
You sure as hell better not take after me. Your nose looking like mine already pisses me off.
What are you talking about? You're surprisingly alike, you and father.
Come on, you can't be serious. Just how am I like Dad?
You're a lot like him, especially in how arrogant and prideful you are. Father's blood is especially strong in you and Nissan. Wouldn't you say, Rosa?
Oh, absolutely. Cross Nissan and Rudolph Nissan are almost unbelievably like Dad.
Alright, already. Why am I the only one under fire from the girls? Hideyoshi Nissan, give me a hand, please. Mama, Rudolph-kun, you're always so popular with the ladies. I'm jealous.
God damn it, that hurt.
As usual, you're popular enough to make me jealous. Well then, everyone, shall we head over to the boat? Come now, Maria-san, let's get on the boat together, okay?
God, that is tearing my throat up. I can't do it.
Get on the boat together. Everyone gets on together.
Hell yeah, this time around I'm not gonna be scared. I'm used to being shaken by the waves. With that piece of junk fishing boat, I'm less afraid of the shaking than the engine breaking down and the boat drifting off.
Oh yes, Battler-kun, I forgot to tell you. That fishing boat was completely worn out, so it was taken out of commission a few years back. Now we got taken to the island in a different boat.
Oh, right. It's Battler's first time in the new boat. It's super comfy. And freaking fast. It can go at crazy high speeds.
Oh. That means less travel time, right? That sounds great. Having to worry about sinking is less scary than being on a plane, but it'd still be awesome to get it over with as quickly as possible.
Is Battler going to fall again?
That's only on airplanes. Everything's fine now.
Anyway, it's the captain's pride and joy, a kind of modded high-speed boat. Seems he's got it pretty souped up. He was bragging about how he attached 4 base high-efficiency propellers to make it break 40 knots or something like that. He talks about it all the time, so I sort of memorized his spiel.
Yeah, I've got it memorized too, since we hear about it every year. The captain says he's been obsessed with modding ever since he lost a speed contest with a foreign boat ages ago. According to him, that opponent managed to break 30 knots with just a fishing boat.
And his thirst for revenge match got him to build an awesome all-new super high-speed modded boat. I'm sure you'll love it, Battler.
Super high-speed modded boat? My first thought was that this would be much better than some beat-up boat that might sink at any moment. But for some reason, I got this feeling of foreboding. Probably just overthinking it. He's probably vomiting over the side of the boat, now that I think about it.
Hey, Battler, maybe you should just swim to the island.
Battler-kun, you shouldn't lean over the railing too much. You might fall.
Fall
Damn it! So this is why you were all grinning back there. So this is the super high-speed boat that the captain started modding. Oh yes, that piece of junk fishing boat from 6 years ago doesn't hold a candle to this guy. Oh, it's shaking, it's shaking, it's shaking! Gonna fall, fall!
Gonna fall.
If I fall, land in the ocean and drown, where's the parachute? I mean, where's the buoy? Give me a life jacket!
Battler, what the heck are you doing that for?
Jessica-chan, oh god damn it, I have no idea who the hell's talking. Jessica-chan, Maria-chan, that's not nice to tease. Battler-kun, if you're scared, then just don't come out on the deck. I think you'll be able to calm down a bit if you go inside the boat. That's a no thank you, Aniki. Shipwreck victims are always the ones inside the boat. The survivors are usually those on the deck during the incident. So I'm staying right here. But it's shaking. I'm gonna fall. Whoa. Shake, gonna fall. Okay, that's,
Maria, I told you to behave yourself. But, Battler-kun, it looks like you really can't handle it. I'll go tell the captain to slow down for you.
Oh, Aunt Rosa, thank you! I can tell you now that safe, slow driving is definitely the way to go, even on the sea! Don't do that, Rosa. Trials and tribulations are important for young men. Isn't that right, Battler-kun? You'd better be able to overcome a little scare like this. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay, that's the ant talking. Okay. My apologies.
Otherwise, you'll never be able to go to Egypt with your aunt.
Oh, Aunt Ava, you're so mean! Oh no, I'm gonna fall! Life jacket, parachute! Whoa! Whoa, hey, gotta spin it around and think that way. What's the enemy aiming for? Is he doing this to scare me? If that's what he's aiming for, too bad, like hell I'll be scared. But no, I'm gonna fall. Jesus. You okay, bro? So after I made a huge fool of myself for a while, Aunt Rosa had a talk with the boat captain, and he slowed down to a more manageable speed for me. That's a bit better. Thought I was gonna die earlier. Apparently the max speed I can tolerate is extremely slow, but that just now was completely insane. The whole boat was shaking, sliding and leaping on the ocean's surface. It felt like I was riding on the back of a flying fish. Jessica was still guffawing at me as I leaned against the railing, tired and disheartened.
I lost in that strength contest earlier, but I'm glad I know I'm no worse off where it really counts. But seriously... Damn it, go ahead and laugh. One of these days I'm gonna find your weakness and get back at you, and then your boobs will be mine to squish. Dude! Yeah, sure, good luck with that. Battler all week.
Yeah, Battler all week. I'm gonna die on land, not in the ocean or sky. Maria was patting my back, so I patted her head in return. Her expression was blank, as usual, but I realized that she wanted to console me. So apparently Maria is gonna be like the Rika from Higurashi. Okay. Battler-kun, the captain's throwing in drinks to make up for this. Would you like one to calm yourself down? George, Aniki, and Kumasawa Bachan brought us all ice-cold cans of soft drinks covered with beads of water. Judging from Kumasawa-san's big grin, our parents inside the boat were probably all rolling around laughing at my moment of pure terror. Damn it, I'm so embarrassed. I can't bear to face any of them. If I didn't change the subject now, I had the feeling I'd be the butt of everyone's jokes for the whole trip, so I tried to think of something harmless to talk about. Hey, Jessica. How are Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsuhi doing?
My old man and mom? Unfortunately, they're fine. Though every word out of their mouths is study, which pisses me off. I'm so jealous, since it doesn't look like Uncle Hideyoshi or Uncle Rudolph would say stuff like that.
Oh no. Before I had my exams, my parents kept pressing me about it over and over. I thought it was annoying then, but now I'm grateful.
I knew it.
You really are awesome, Aniki. Anyway, I have to look after myself. No one tells me what to do. Well, it's not like I'd listen if they did.
Battler-son, have you still not returned to your parents' home?
Well, I kinda go back now and then. I've got lots of clothes and stuff left at the house I was living in until recently.
Battler has 2 houses?
Something like that.
Why? Why do you have 2 houses?
Only Maria, who couldn't really grasp the situation, voiced this naive question. However, the others just shot nervous glances at me, choosing not to respond even though they knew the answer.
Maria, look, you can see the harbor now. Look over there. Can you see it? Saw the harbor.
Apparently Jessica was trying to be nice by changing the subject. Oh well. I'd rather not talk about it if I can help it, but it's uncomfortable to have it treated like some kind of weird taboo. I don't mind it that much myself anymore. I may be a member of the Ushiro-miya family, but the truth is that, for these last 6 years, I've been living with my grandparents on my late mother's side, and I've been using her family name. When those grandparents passed away, one after the other, I basically had no choice but to go back and live with the old bastard. Don't get me wrong, I didn't just run away from home or anything like that. The only one at fault here is my dad. I don't really blame Kirie-san. Being able to hold that bastard's reins and ride him out is no mean feat. Still, the way that old bastard betrayed my mom. Well, unfortunately I still haven't fully gotten over it. Betrayed your mom. We'll be getting there soon. George Aniki cleared his throat, trying to change the subject.
Please forgive my indiscretion. It seems this old woman has said too much already. If I have hurt your feelings...
I don't mind it. No one's feelings are hurt. Don't worry, Kumasawa-ba-chan. Kumasawa-san seemed to regret speaking out of turn, but I was more concerned about being worried over for something like that, so I stood up and passed it off lightly. After that, I had a sip of my drink and headed over to Maria and Jessica, who were gazing at the silhouette of the island.
Battler, I saw the island. There.
Where is it? Oh, I see it now. Even after 6 years, the island hasn't changed a bit. The small island silhouette in front of us had gotten pretty close. This island's name is Rokkenjima. It's a small island about 10 kilometers around, located in the Izu archipelago. Since they call this archipelago the Izu 7, lots of people think that there are only 7 islands, but that's not true. There's actually several more, and Rokkenjima is one of the minor islands that don't get counted. Even if that weren't the case, I doubt you'd find many people who knew about this island. Only people connected to the Ushiro-miya family ever go there. In other words, outsiders and tourists never have any reason to care about it. So you'll never find this island's name in a travel brochure. After all I wrote... Oh god! I'm so sorry for yawning. All of Rokkenjima is an estate possessed by the Ushiro-miya head family. Only the Ushiro-miya family lives there, and only people connected to the Ushiro-miya family come and go from there. Blah. There's nothing there except a harbor and a mansion. The vast majority of the island is still but uncultivated forest. Such a waste, when it could be made into a nice golf course or something. However, when you realize that the entire coastline is a private beach, it starts to sound pretty magnificent. You've probably guessed by now, but to put it simply, well, the Ushiro-miya family is just rolling in dough. I kind of had that feeling that you guys were very rich. The head family apparently possesses a vast fortune, and Dad and the others who make up the branch families have built up plenty of wealth for themselves, finding success in their respective businesses. I've been living a commoner's life at my grandparents' home these 6 years, so I'd completely forgotten. But the old bastard's house really is elegant, and everything about it is tuned to match the snobbish tastes of the annoyingly rich. Come to think of it, I guess that makes George, Aniki, Jessica, Maria, and me wealthy, high-class gentlemen and ladies. And needless to say, none of us think of ourselves that way at all. I don't see myself as being rich, and George Aniki, who takes self-discipline very seriously, doesn't let himself get too comfortable. Jessica has always complained that she'd rather move to the city than be rich, and Maria is still a kid who isn't even interested in money at all. Does that attitude really make us any less snobbish? From the perspective of people in poverty who can't pay the bills, we really have been blessed with a lot. This isn't the place to explain any further, so I won't. Anyway, It's the same as not being able to choose the parents you're born from. I didn't ask to be born into a rich family, and I don't think it's really something to be envied. It can be pretty trying when people are prejudiced against you just because you're rich and refuse to judge you by your merits. As I pondered these sentimental thoughts, Maria started shouting and leaned over the railing.
Gone.
What's wrong, Maria? Did you drop something?
Gone.
Maria kept yelling, "Gone, gone." At first it sounded as though she had dropped something, but while she shouted, she also pointed out over the ocean. What's wrong? What's gone? I'll look for it too if you want. What is it? If she'd dropped something, she would probably have looked down at the floor, but Maria was pointing out over the ocean. One would assume by that gesture that she had spotted something, but she kept saying that something wasn't there. Strange. However, since my last memories of this place came from 6 years ago, I was able to spot it before Aniki, who comes here every year. Huh? If I remember correctly, wasn't there a torii or something on top of a small crag around here? That's right, it was definitely there. I remember it well since, as we got closer to the island, it's the first thing to greet us, like a landmark. Wow, you're amazing about that. Even though it's been 6 years, you remembered. It was here, wasn't it? I remember too.
The tutelary god's shrine, that torii-like thing, were standing all alone on that crag. And now that you mention it, they are gone, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they were still there last year.
Gone. Maybe they were washed away by the waves or something. It was a small crag, so it probably got worn away over time.
Well, that's my theory too. It was last summer that I disappeared. But they say an enormous lightning bolt came crashing down one evening and smashed the shrine. The fishermen whisper that having a thunderbolt fall upon our honored tutelary god must be a portent of approaching misfortune. Kuwabara.
Kumasawa-san smiled impishly as if teasing us, rubbing her hands together while intoning a Japanese phrase meant to ward off lightning. However, Maria apparently took this seriously, and stared fixedly over the ocean to where the crag housing the shrine god was supposed to be.
A portent of misfortune? Enough, Kumasawa-san. Maria isn't old enough to get that kind of joke.
It's okay, Maria-chan. It's just a coincidence. Nothing scary is gonna happen. George Aniki put a hand on Maria's shoulder to calm her down, but Maria's sharp-eyed expression didn't waver. Misfortune. Maria muttered that word over and over. Apparently, repeating a single word over and over is a habit that Maria's had for a long time. However, since the word she was literally saying was literally an ill omen, it was a bit creepy. Hey now, Maria. If you say it over and over like that, misfortune really will end up happening, you know? I tapped Maria's other shoulder. Maria whipped her head around, stared into my face, and spoke unblinkingly.
Misfortune is coming.
What the hell? Huh? And just where is it coming from? I answered lightheartedly, trying to break the tension in the air. At that moment, Maria held up a finger, raised her arm high, and pointed up at the heavens. When I looked up, I saw that the sky was still just as cloudy, but it had grown a deal more leaden than it had been that morning. That's right. They were saying that a typhoon was approaching. We had planned to spend one night on the island, but if the storm doesn't pass quickly, I won't be able to make it to school on Monday. Well, I guess it makes it for a pretty good excuse to be absent. She apparently sensed some kind of misfortune in this cloudy sky. She's been muttering that nonstop for a while now. Girls at Maria's age tend to be very impressionable. She's just about the age that many girls start to get excited about sixth senses and whether they have any psychic potential and stuff. For all we know, this might be due to her childish, sensitive nature. It's okay, Maria-chan. The weather might get worse tonight, but tomorrow it'll clear up and become a pretty blue sky.
Pretty blue sky?
That's right. By tomorrow it'll be a pretty blue sky. There's no rain that doesn't end, and no clouds that never clear.
Rain that doesn't end. Clouds that never clear.
I know the typhoon's coming, but soon it'll go away. It'll be okay, Maria. Maria started yelling, ooh, ooh. It looked as though she was having a tantrum because no one could understand what she was trying to say. What in the world is Maria trying so desperately to warn us about? Unable to understand her, we couldn't help but feel a vague sense of misfortune. I've heard that everyone can feel the supernatural, but that it weakens as you age. That might mean that Maria, the youngest one of us all, still possessed some kind of sense that the rest of us had lost. I wonder if that sense is sending her a warning. At that moment, Kumasawa-san quietly opened her mouth.
Rumor has it that long ago, Rokkenjima was.
Kumasawa-san, let's not talk about that now.
Just as Kumasawa-san was about to tell some kind of story, Jessica sharply interrupted her. Jessica's tone was extremely firm for her. I wanted to push her further, just out of simple curiosity. But judging by the look on Jessica's face, whatever Kumasawa-bachan was likely to say would probably make Maria even more uneasy. If I did try to press her for the story, the odds were pretty good that it wouldn't be anything bright and cheery.
Oh, I do apologize about that. The wind here is hard to bear for the elderly, so if you'd excuse me for now.
Gossipers have no reason to hang around after they've been told to stop chatting. When Kumasawa-san finally realized that she'd overstepped her bounds, she went back inside the boat. After she left, Uncle Hideyoshi showed up in her place. Since he'd arrived mid-conversation, he completely failed to notice the complicated atmosphere that hung about the scene, so he refreshingly and unwittingly swept the atmosphere aside. Sorry, I need my water. So, in the end, it was his lack of tact that brightened the mood.
Looks like we're almost there. Okay, just a bit more. Took out forever at the speed we went today, didn't it? Wonder whose fault that was.
Uncle Hideyoshi, give me a break already.
Come on, don't stop there. Seriously, thanks to Battler here, it's taken forever.
Maria probably thought that everyone was refusing to listen to her. She hung her head wearing a fretful expression. As she did, George Aniki crouched down to meet her eyes and spoke to her kindly. Maria-chan, there's nothing to be afraid of. Because we're all together. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together. Go ahead and say it.
There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together.
Yes. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're with each other. That's right, exactly what George Aniki said. If we stick together, there'll never be anything at all to be afraid of. Right, Jessica?
Yeah, no doubt about that. What George Nissan says is always true, Maria. George Oni-chan, always true.
Yes, I don't lie. So trust me. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're all together.
George Oni-chan doesn't lie. I trust you. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're all together. Not afraid.
Maria jumped into George Aniki's arms and hugged him tightly. After Aniki patted her head, she jumped away again. Her facial expression had undergone a 180-degree change, turning back to normal. She was once again the ordinary Maria.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore because we're together.
Yeah, that's it. You look all better now. You're strong and that's awesome.
I'm awesome.
Hey now, what's going on here? Maria-chan didn't get seasick, did she?
Well, something like that. We'll be arriving soon.
The harbor was already drawing near. Oh! That is a vast difference compared to the freaking Higurashi chapter breaks. Cool. That was nice. Whoa. What the hell? Alright. Welcome to Rokkenjima. Alright. That is where we're going to end it. We're going to go ahead. Okay, since I'm not entirely sure how it ends, those chapter breaks, I'm going to assume those will be the end of the episodes themselves. So, we got ourselves out to a pretty good start here. We got to introduce to all the characters and all that. And so far, I'm liking it. This is interesting. This is definitely a different change. This is definitely a shift from Higurashi. So, I'm enjoying this. And I can't wait to really get into the meat of this. So, if you guys like what you see, please let me know. So, this is just like a beginning, so I literally have no information or theories that I can draw out. So I'm assuming I'll be able to draw theories, or I can draw theories possibly throughout, I don't know, maybe the second or fourth, probably, I'm going to say either third or fourth recording. Because I literally have no idea when shit's going to get hit down. That's usually what happens with these stories. Something bad's going to happen, like maybe in the middle point or something. I don't know. I'm kind of confused though about what that grandfather was talking about. Like, who's Beatrice? Was she the woman in that picture that was shown at the opening theme? Oh, by the way, which I am going to, you know, replace that because the really chibi-ish cartoony sprites, they did not look good. Okay, they updated the sprites in this, so I wonder why they didn't bother to do an updated opening theme. But whatever, I'll put that in myself. Like, I'll try to put the updated opening, edit that in. Know what I mean? So, I'm liking this. I'm enjoying this. Honestly, I wish that patch would also come in so we could actually get ourselves some voice acting, because I think I put my throat a little bit into overdrive here. Anyway, again, I'm liking this, so thank you guys so much for watching.
And I will see you all in the next video.